It'll help if I'm actually pointing the camera the right direction. Okay. So, this is Teddy. I was prepping him this morning, or not, earlier, before I washed him. Just got him all combed out, and you'll notice that the comb is still kind of catching. And that's the thing. They're growing trillions of hair strands out of their skin. Oh my goodness, more dander. Check this out. See that dandruffy stuff that came out before the bath? It's still coming out. Look at that. So this is what we're still getting out even after the bath. And see, that's why it would take me so long before the bath, because I was trying to get all that out before the bath. And I realized, even if I did, it's not really worth the amount of time that it takes, because I am going to be coming back in 5 weeks, and it is really nice though. Look at him. He looks so soft and fluffy, light and fluffy, right? And he is. He feels so nice and light and fluffy. Oh my goodness. So now I'm just gonna comb him out a little bit, and we're gonna do his haircut. So they like to keep him really short. They go run around outside. They also go to the lake, so they're very active, and they get lots of tangles, and they go out there and they get wet, they get the mud on them. So they're very active dogs, have an active lifestyle. So they like to keep them short and manageable, but still cute, not shaved. So I'm going to show how I do that, what length I use. I use a 2 comb over the 10 blade, but really you can use any length of comb. You can use it over a 30 blade, a 15 blade. You don't have to do what I do. I really like Mario Batali's quote. Mario Batali is a celebrity chef, and he said, "Life is not a recipe. And even if it was, a recipe is simply just someone's idea that got written down, that got captured on paper." But he's saying, you don't have to follow someone else's recipe. It's just their idea. And what did he say? Never let someone else's recipe for success intimidate you, or cause you to doubt your truth, or something like that. And he's saying, know your truth and live by it. Create your own recipe. But anyways, yeah, that's just I got lost into that tangent because I was just making the point. Um, these are just guides. Oh, I think my AirPod just ran out of batteries. But anyways, this is just a guide, just a suggestion, and just showing you what I do. And that way you can do what I do, or you can just use it to get ideas for your own dog that you're grooming. Alrighty, so first I'm just going to give him a nice comb out, just to make sure I'm working with a really good clean coat. Nice and fluffy. I'm not going to run into any tangles or any bundles of dead hair. Like right there. See how this comb is catching it? So this comb is going to catch everything, and go ahead and pull it out, see? So that when I go through with my cutting comb, the comb guard attachment that attaches to my blade, that when I run through the coat with that, I don't want that to catch on anything. See all this dandruff coming out? Do you see that? Can I zoom? Do you see that from this camera? Like all of that dandruff that comes out. Anyways, let me zoom out again. There we go. Okay. Anybody commenting? No, it doesn't look like it. Nobody cares. I have to remind myself, nobody cares, dude. Like shoot. I like to kid myself and tell myself how important I am. But then I like to go out into the wilderness, into the woods, into the forest, out on the lake, and remind myself, no, I am actually pretty small and insignificant. But anyways, here we go. But yeah, like stoicism, like really studying stoicism. Teddy here inspired it. He's a stoic. Anyways, it really helped. Like some of the ideas that I learned, about like just loving your life and loving your fate and not needing it to be something else or something different. Like, I don't know. I always kind of like, I don't know, would tell myself like, I'm gonna do something great with my life, you know? I'm great, you know? I'm gonna become something great. You know, it's like one day I'm gonna be somebody. You know, it's like, but hey, you already are somebody. You know, you're you. And one thing that they said that I really like is, I think it was Ryan Holiday that was talking about it, but he said, we're never gonna do anything as important as Martin Luther King Jr., for example, right? And does anybody remember his birthday off the top of their head? If we didn't celebrate it, would you know? No, you know? Does anybody remember Ronald Reagan's birthday or John F. Kennedy's? You know, or who the vice presidents were? Nobody remembers this stuff. Nobody cares. People move on, you know? And I have to remind myself of that. Like, yeah, no matter how great, whatever great thing I think I'm going to do with my life, it's never going to compare with some of the great people in history. And yet, even myself, I don't really care, you know? Anyways, here we go. So this is the two comb over my 10 blade. So here we go. Comb up. And actually, I like to go reverse with it because when you go against the coat, against the grain, it cuts it shorter. So we do a really tight short cut on the body. There we go. And you would think that that would be discouraging, you know? Oh man, well I guess if I'm really not gonna do anything that great or important with my life, if I'm not really that significant, you know, what's the point then? You know, well, I know actually if you think about it, it's freeing. It's like, hey, you don't owe the world anything. You don't have to do anything to change the world or make it different or great. You know, like you've already won. You're here. You're breathing. You know, and this is your one shot at life. You know, oh, at least the one time you're gonna be here in this form as yourself. You know, like now you're free. Go enjoy it. Go think about what you want to do, how you want to spend your time here. You know, it actually is very freeing to realize I'm actually not that great, and I don't have to do anything great. You know, kind of takes the pressure off. You know, and just then you can start thinking, okay, well, how do I want to live my life then? There we go. And then I'm also going to go back down to smooth everything out. So I'm going to go back down the other way. Okay. So see that as a comparison, how short this side is compared to this side. Instead of moving him, let me move the camera. See that? Okay, so this side's really short, see that? Compared to that side. And that's how much length we've taken off. So, and then I'm gonna go back down the other way to smooth everything out. Here we go. Right up to the back of the skull. See that? A 2-comb reverse kind of looks like a 7 or a 5. You know, it really does get that coat down really short. But it's still long enough, see, because we're protecting it. We're not shaving it right down to the skin. It still leaves enough length to give them protection from the sun, you know, from the elements. Okay, so right here, skin right here. what you can do here is just lift one leg up. There we go. And you can do it to this other side as well. Okay. And even though I'm going reverse, I'm still using the same lines and angles that I would if had I been, went with the grain. So you're still incorporating the lines, you're still, using the angles, the 45-degree angle down the ribs. So you're still honoring, the front, you're still doing, yeah, I guess honoring the fundamentals, There we go. I'm not like just going willy-nilly any direction. I'm actually following the same angles I would follow had I been going with the grain. So here I'm gonna go up. There we go. There we go. Wow, he feels so silky smooth, like almost like he could slip right out of your hands. He's so silky. That's all live. Well, not all, but most of this is live hair, so he's just so silky. I don't want to run my hand down. I want to keep the hair up because I'm going to run down with this same two blade and just smooth everything out now. Now that I went reverse, now I'm going to go with the grain. So here we go. I need a new blade drive, which is why it's making all that noise. So yeah, it's and I think it's because I have this crack right here. See that? So hair gets in there, and I think that's why, even though this blade drive I replaced not too long ago, that one right there that moves back and forth, I think it's because hair keeps getting in there, getting caught. It makes the blade drive, it wears it down faster. See, now it's a little, anyways, yeah, after today, after I get done with his brother, if I have time, because they close at 5, I go to Clipper Pros in Buford. It's my friend Josh. He's sharpens shears and blades and all that. But yeah, they usually have the blade drive in stock. So hopefully, if I can get done in time, get over there by 5, I'll go ahead and pick up a new blade drive today. If not, I got a pretty light day tomorrow, so I can definitely go pick it up tomorrow. But yeah, I'd say I think I replaced this blade drive maybe it was 2 months ago, a month or two ago. But yeah, it runs down, and I really do think it's because I have that crack right there, and so the hair gets in there, and makes it work harder. I think that's why. But anyways, look at him, right? Nice and shiny, nice and short. So now I'm gonna go and run it down. Same thing, but just down with the grain, just to lay the hair back down nicely. Get anything that I missed, like that hair right there under the armpit, easy to miss. Good boy, Teddy. He's such a good boy. If you guys care to, he has an Instagram page called Teddy Smile Bringer, because he brings smiles to young children in the hospitals, and yeah, so he does a lot of good in this world for young children and people in the hospital. So I'm honored. I'm honored to groom this guy. But yeah, he's Teddy Smile Bringer. That's all one word. SMILEBRINGER. Teddy Smile Bringer on Instagram. And oh man, some of the pictures that are on his profile, on his account, they're so, oh man, so adorable. Him and his little brother Wally. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going back down with the grain. The same areas that I shaved earlier, going against the grain. There we go. To lay everything back down smoothly. There we go. Good time to get the underside, just, double checking our work. There we go. There we go. So now, there we go. Okay. So now, no, I was kidding. It's like OCD like crazy. Now, we want to move to the legs. And the legs I'm going to do a little longer. The O-comb, it's 5/8 of an inch, or 18 millimeters. Does that say 18? 16 millimeters, because my eyes are going bad, folks. I'm 40 years old and I need glasses. It's all good though. All right, here we go. There we go. And I usually, try to do like down with the grain on the back of the leg and then against the grain on the front of the leg. But because we're doing just a really short haircut, I'm just gonna do reverse all over. The front, the back, the sides, everything. Let's go. Against the grain, give it a nice short cut. I'm trying to get it as short as possible, but still in proportion to the body. So that's why I'm going 2 sizes up from the body. So on the body we did a 2-comb. So now on the legs we're going to do an O-comb, and we're going to go short as possible with this O-comb, like going reverse like this all of the way. And then I'm also going to go back through with scissors to just even everything out. So it doesn't have to be perfect. There you go. We just got to get most of the hair about the same length. See that hair sticking out? There we go. And that's okay. Even though we have some hair sticking out like that, again, we're going to go through scissors and even that out, so it's okay. Moving right along through the back legs. There you go. See how like the haircut really is pretty easy, and it doesn't really take a long time as long as you cut the hair properly. You know, conditioner, dry them out nice, make sure it's actually clean. Then the haircut pretty much kind of just falls into place. You know, because every step of the process along the way was preparing you for this final um, stage, you know, of the process, the haircut. And that's the thing, everything we've done so far today was with this end goal in mind, with this final haircut and how it's gonna look. That's why even the prep, when I was preparing him earlier for the bath, I went ahead and shaved the inside of the tips of the ears, you know, because I know what I'm about to do at the end. So everything we've done today was with this end goal in mind, you know. So having a clear goal in mind and working towards it, that way you're not spending any energy, you know, on things that don't really matter, like time and energy wasted. So everything is done with a clear purpose, with that intention, you know, with that end goal in mind. That way there's no wasted effort or time. There we go. All right. And now I like to do the head with the same length I do the legs, which is usually 2 sizes higher than the body. And here's how I do the head. So he's facing that way the whole time. Actually, I'll just turn the camera over here. There we go. One time I was driving and I couldn't get I couldn't get comfortable, you know. I would turn the AC on, then turn it off, turn it on and turn it off, you know, because I only had it on a full blast, like max AC or nothing, right? And finally, the girl I was on a date with, she turned the AC up, the temperature up to like 68 or 70 or something, and it was all of a sudden comfortable. I could just leave the AC on. And I was like, I was young, you know. I mean, this is this is before smartphones. But anyways, yeah, I was like, oh, I didn't know you could do that, you know. And she started cracking up. Anyways, yeah. So it's like, oh yeah, I could just move this camera. I didn't know you could do that. There you go. So here's how I do the head. I'm gonna start right here, and that way it blends nicely with that shorter hair that we stopped right there at the back of the head. There we go. And then I'm just gonna try to get this as short as possible, right on top. So we can go this way, go back even, just on the top of the head here. And be careful not to touch this hair on the sides of the ears, because we're gonna use that to make that, you know, nice round head shape with the triangle tips pointing out. So don't touch this hair here on the side. Just this hair on the top of the head. Only this. And you can use the outside corners of their eyes as a guide. But yeah, that's it, just the top of their head. Because if I go down the side like this, right, and take care of this here, now I'm not gonna have anything to work with here, and it's gonna look really weird. So you wanna keep all of this fluff here, don't touch that. Just right here on the top of his head, right? Now, for the bottom, all I'm gonna do, and again, I usually would do like this, right, to clean that up, but no, I'm gonna use that to scissors, so I don't wanna touch anything here. Just here, right there. And that's gonna set my length for his round muzzle. Just the bottom of his chin right there. There we go. So now I have the length set right about there is about where I'm gonna use that line here on the bottom to make this round little shape with my scissors. Okay, and I didn't touch any of this hair, even though it is kind of sticking out, you know, but you know, even though my OCD urge is to go through and clip all that out, then I won't have this to scissor in the circle. So let's do that right now, because we're about to finish up this haircut with the scissors. And then I can groom his brother in silence, in peace and silence. And then I have a lot of other stuff to do today because I'm a busy man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys know this. I'm not sure if you know what an honor and privilege it is to be spending time with me right now. You know, I'm a busy man. Anyways, not that any of that matters. Here we go. So I like to flip the scissors into my palms, and it's actually a haircut, a human hairstylist technique called palming the shears, the scissor flip. So you just flip it out, right? And the reason for it is when it flips in, now when I use the comb to comb and everything, see, the point and the blade is away from him. So that's why I like to do that. And also it saves time, I think, you know, putting the scissors down and picking them back up. It's right here in my hand, ready to go. So here's how we're gonna tip the ears. This is what we've been setting up all day. See, when I shave the inside flap right there, just the tip. Just the tip, right? And so now we're gonna finish that. Here we go. You wanna comb everything forward, right? All the way forward. Find that leather. Put your fingertips right there so that you won't accidentally cut into it, right? And then cut a triangle edge right up to your fingernail, right where that skin is, that leather flap. You cut in your first side of your triangle, and then you can comb everything forward one more time so you can neaten it up right there. Okay, you see that? So you got the front. Now same thing to the back. We're gonna comb everything back, and then now, can you see that? Okay, there we go. I'll just knock everything over, I don't care. It's worth it to show you guys. So I'm gonna put my fingertips right there, right where the leather is, and I'm gonna scissor all of this right up to where my fingertips are, right? Right there. And you want to protect that ear leather so you don't accidentally cut. Oh no! No, I was kidding. See, don't joke around like that. I was just, you know, doing that as an example. That feeling that you got, don't do that. That's bad humor. Okay, so don't do it. Alright, so now what you want to do is we got the front and the back, right? You can even go to the back one more time. See that? And you can see the hairs that are uneven, that stick out. And you can clean that up like that, right? Go back to the front and move all of the hair to the front. Get the hair that sticks out right there. Okay? Right there. Now, see that? You can already see how the tip is starting to point out, right? See that little tip there? Right? You can see that little tip sticking out. It's already starting to pop out. So now what you do is you shape the rest of the circle. See that? You can even turn your shears this way to get that. Right? Okay. And then that little hair that's been bugging me the whole time that I want to just clip with the clippers, there we go. We're gonna scissor that right into the round head. It's almost like a Bichon. You know how you scissor the ears right into the head of a Bichon, that round head? Almost the same idea with the ears here. You're using all of this hair here to create that visual effect that it's nice and round, and that the circle goes all the way up around these ears. That little triangle tip sticks out, right? There we go. You can use this on Yorkies, You can use this on Silky Terriers. You can use this on Westies. Who else will this work on? You know, obviously this is Biewer Terrier. You can use it on the Biewer Terriers. Yeah, I mean, pretty much any dog that has this kind of, you know, head shape where the hair is nice and fine, it's not curly hair, you know, and they have ears that stick up that are pointy like that. You can do this on any kind of mixed breed dog if they're mixed with a Yorkie or a Westie. So the same thing on this ear. We're gonna pull everything forward. You can even use your fingers and do like that to pull everything forward. And then I'm gonna put my fingertips right there at the edge of the ear, that ear leather, so I don't cut into it accidentally. Oh no, like that. I'm just kidding. If you fell for that again, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, who would fall for that twice? Anyways, so now we go to the back here. And then again, you can use your fingers to do like that, you know? Get everything pulled to the back, flip your shears back over, if you're a shear flipper like me. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, there we go. Now look at that. See how that tip is already starting to form? Oh, you can't really see it. Okay, there we go. Now you can see, right, how that tip is starting to form. So, comb everything back out. Scissor, oh, let me, that's right, I can move the camera. It's like stuff that's obvious to other people. It's like, oh wow, ground breaking to me. Let me, there we go, so it doesn't, lighting's a little better. There we go. So what we're gonna do is get any hair that sticks out of this little nice circle, create a nice circle shape right into that tip. There we go. And then we do the front as well. In the front, I can do it like this even. There we go. Just open that up, get right in there. Right, there we go. Perfect. There we go, clean that up. Clean this up here, that's a little long. There we go. Can you see that? Can you see what I'm doing? Can you see the skill in which I wield these shears? You know what I'm saying? There we go. So people are, what is he talking about? I don't know. Half the time I'm just talking because I'm nervous. Okay, now, there we go. Oh no, I took that way too short. I took it way too short. It's okay. It's all right. So it is real life, you know, IRL, this happens. So one side is always going to be your strong side. My strong side is my right side. So if you can see here, this right side looks nice, right? Nice. And it's nice full triangle. I mean, nice full circle. Right? This right side looks nice. Look at that. And then look at this left side. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's like my cousin Larry did that. I'm just kidding. I don't have a cousin Larry. But if I did, I would blame it on him. Okay, so check this out. Here's how we fix this. There we go. And this is why I think having good scissor control is so important, developing the good shear control, because having good scissor skills will help you get away with practically anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to thin this side out a little bit more to just match the other side. So as long as the two sides match, it'll look like maybe it was done on purpose. You know, maybe it was done by that one kid in class that couldn't stay inside the lines, you know what I'm saying? Just kept bleeding outside the lines, just can't stay in there, you know? It was done by that kid. And, you know, who's gonna make fun of that kid, you know? Be ashamed of yourself. Okay. Oh, wow, Terry. What's up, Terry? How are you? Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness, Nina, his owner is watching. It's on Facebook, not Instagram. June, thanks for. Oh wow. Okay, so Teddy Smilebringer is on Facebook, not Instagram. Sorry about that, guys. So see that I just thinned that side a little bit. So I'm gonna shorten it a little bit here like this, and that's gonna be all right. There we go. All right. There we go. So now the two sides look a little bit more the same. There we go. I just had to do the same to this side that I accidentally did to the other side. Okay, so there we go. Now, what we're gonna do is trim the visor to complete this circle, right? So now, comb everything forward, do like that. There we go. Okay, so what I just did, I should explain what I did. What I just did is I flipped it out, right? First, that part's not necessary, but I turned the shears over so that I can do like that. See that? So, and it's not much. We don't have to trim off much because again, we did kind of set the length with the clippers. There we go. So now when you look at it, here's the idea. When you look at it, see, it's this circle here that goes like this and around there, see? And the little tips stick out. See that? And here, I kind of cut a little bit too short right there. So what I'm gonna do is with the thinning shears, soften up that line and then do the same to the other side so it'll match. And I'll show you how to do that. Just making all these mistakes today on purpose because, you know, I want to show people how you can fix these mistakes once you make them. Okay, so here we go. See right here, what we're gonna do is we fold that ear leather down and then we just trim this like that, very lightly with the thinning shears, with thinners. There we go, see that? There we go. So now, it's not so noticeable, see? Right there, see, that's the idea. See that? So calm and beautiful. So, oh, thank you. So is the groomer. Wow, thank you. And he is very calm because he's so comfortable. You know, all of that stuff that was in his skin, the back of his legs even, there was bumps. They're like hard little bumps. It was just packed full of all those dead follicles and hair and everything. So because we got all of that out, he's very comfortable now. He's probably gonna take a nap, you know, because his toes had like a bunch of stuff. Look at that. You can see right down to the skin now. And it's nice and smooth. You can feel each individual toe. It's all clean. So yeah, he's probably feeling really relaxed and comfortable now. So I just gotta wrap this haircut up and then he can go have a nap. Enjoy the rest of his day. There we go. So here's what we can do as well. You can pinch this and just get the tips like this. Just the tips. Like that. And then here, you want to go with the ear leather, the grain like that. On this side like this. Right? And then we can fold this down so we don't accidentally cut that, and then do like that. And that way it's soft right there. Now, we're going to do the same thing to this other side. Just going to fold it down, create that faux line. There we go. And then we can do that same thing. So what I'm doing is, here we go, let me turn this. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm just pinching the ear like that, just bringing it together, both sides, just folding it like that. And then the hairs on each side that kind of
stick out too much. There we go. Take care of that, soften up that line. Soften up this line to create a nice circle. When you look at it like this, create a nice little circle right there. Good boy, Teddy. Look at that. So handsome, holy cow. Okay, you know what? I forgot to do the in between his eyes. I'll show you that real quick too. So in between their eyes, here's what I do. I just comb it up, right? And then do like that. So I'm creating a triangle here too. Right there. So you get that triangle on one side. And then you comb this other side as well. Do the same thing. Get everything up and out. And then, there we go. Create that other side of the triangle. See that? 45 degrees, 45 degrees. There we go. And so now, you have this nice triangle shape so that as it grows out, it'll grow into a nice fan shape right between his eyes because it's a nice little triangle right there. See that? There we go. And that's how I do it in between his eyes. And then if you wanted to really like get that nice soft round shape, get a pair of blenders. This is blending shears. And then just soften up the edges. And you gotta be careful with these. With the thinning shears, you can kind of bounce in and out of the coat and it won't matter too much because they're thinning shears. It's you know, gonna cut really thin layers, I guess. But with the blending shears, you gotta really be careful because, see that? It literally cuts and creates cut lines. But if you blend the cut lines into the angles that you already set, that's okay. You won't notice it. See that? There we go. Now I'm just gonna finish up his legs and feet, and he's done. Let me go ahead and do that real quick while he's on camera, just to show you guys that all of this doesn't really take much time. All of the time and all the effort really is put in, you know, into the pre-bath prep work, the bath itself, because you have to give the shampoo time to work. You know, it's that contact time that it needs to make that chemical bond. It bonds itself to the old oils, the dirt, and all that. So when you rinse the dog off, when you rinse them clean, that's actually when they get clean. That's actually when the cleaning happens, is when you rinse all that shampoo off. But they only get clean if you've given the shampoo time to make that bond, that chemical bond, I guess, cling. There you go. So all of that is what takes time. And then this haircut here, really, I mean, this is the part that I like, is the haircut. I kind of don't enjoy all the other parts, you know, because it's hard work. Okay. There we go. Soften up these lines here. Let's stick out. There we go. All right. There you go. Soften all that up. There we go. So that leg's done. Of course, I'm going to go back and, you know, make sure it looks nice and soft and round with the thinning shears. But the basic shape is now set with the scissors. There we go. Oh man, what is that sticking out? There we go. So now, look at that, we're still getting dandruff out of the skin. But it's really slowing down now, and it feels so nice. Oh, the skin feels so smooth. Okay, there we go. His toes, oh my god, back here it was so crusty. Now it's so soft. Look at that. Okay, so now I always like to start with the bottom and work up. And I've heard several other groomers, some like competitive groomers, saying that that's how you actually should do it and it saves time. So there we go, some validation right there. But yeah, I like to do the bottom of the feet, make it nice and round, of the feet, of the foot. And then once I get the bottom of the foot nice and round, get that shape, then I work my way up. See that? And this part right here, let me show you. See that? How it sticks out, that little hair right there, that tuft of hair? Just trim that. See that? And here as well. Need a better angle there. Okay, so I'm looking at it from the side here so I can see. I'm going to cut this. There we go. So it's like a nice curve. There we go. Nice and tight. All right, and then here I like to clean that up as well. A little bit, just like that. Okay. It's actually better to cut down like this. You'll get a better, smoother cut. But if you have good shear control, like me, then you can go sideways, you know. There we go. And I'm only going sideways because, you know, I'm trying to give you a better angle. There you go. So we do that. Next leg. Oh, his hair sticking out here. There we go. Get this side of the tail. Alrighty. Let me move the camera over to this side. There we go. Alright. Oh, let's do the front leg then. There we go. Good boy, Teddy. Get the bottom really nice and tight and clean. And then round out the bottom. There we go. There we go. There we are. Good boy. Alrighty. Good boy, Teddy. Okay, so now one more foot, this back foot here. And as you can see, I'm doing the same thing on every foot. Getting the bottom first, right around the pads. Get it nice and clean. And then I round out the bottom. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm gonna go through with my thinning shears and I'm gonna make it a nice, soft, round foot. So I'm gonna finish it with my thinning shears anyways. So really, my goal is just to make sure I set the length with my curve shears here. Alrighty. in the back of the leg like I did on his other side. Let me move this so you can see. If anyone has motion sickness, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the one I was working on. There we go. Okay. There we go. So I'm trying to get this, not that. I'm trying to get this nice and round. So I'm gonna curve my shears that way. And then curve my shears out for down here. See that? So I'm just cutting enough to where I can get that nice round shape right there. There we go. Alrighty. So yeah, you just want to really do like a lot of scissor drills if you're a newer groomer or if you're a pet owner and you want to, get your dog looking nice at home and you want to do some scissor cuts. You really want to do as many scissor drills as you can. Try to keep this scissor as still as possible while moving just your thumb. See that? So I rest this part, the pivot point, on my second knuckle, right? That way it completely stays still. Even if I'm nervous, even if I'm kind of shaky, I can keep my scissors still and controlled. And see how my thumb is not really in the hole? It's right there. It's just guiding it. See that? And you want to run this up and down walls if you can. Try to go sideways, Do as many of these drills as you can. And that way you can really, as long as you can see where you want to cut, you can make any cut you want once you gain that scissor control. See that? So now I'll show you how I'm gonna finish up the feet. So with the thinning shears, like I said, you can just bounce in and out. So that's why I like using the thinners to finish out these feet, because I can go in and out of the coat like that. And it just gives the foot really nice little layers. So it gives it a really nice, almost like a rabbit foot shape. See that? I can go in and get those long hairs, almost pull it out with these shears. There we go. And I wouldn't suggest bouncing them in when you do this, because you can bounce it right into the paw pad and clip one of the paw pads by accident. So don't bounce when you lift up the paw, but you can bounce here. See that? And then the back foot, same thing. We're just gonna go in and out. See that? And by doing that, I'll show you real quick the difference, because you're not cutting a lot. It's a very small little detail, but it makes a huge difference. I'll show you. So check this out. See that? See that foot compared to that one? And then the back foot as well. See that one compared to that one? It's just that little detail that most people miss, and the pet owners probably don't even know that you're doing. But it is that one little thing where, the eye does pick it up. They may not know what they're seeing, but they do know that it is a little more pleasant to the eye, There we go. So that's what I do. Do that all around their foot. And it's just that little small detail that makes it pop. There you go. Almost like sometimes the secret recipe is like adding a little bit of cumin, just a little touch of cumin in a dish. And it's just that, oh wow, it's like, what did you put in here? You know, and it's like, you don't have to tell anyone, but you know, it was just a little pinch of cumin, you know? But yeah, it's like that little secret recipe, that little secret ingredient, little detail that most people miss. Same thing with this back foot here. Isn't he doing so good? Oh my god, he's such a good boy. He's a pro at this, really. Been doing this for so long. It's just part of his job, you know, part of being a model and a famous social media model. I get it, you know. There we go. There we go. There we go. So the haircut, I kind of compare it to plating a dish. You know, if somebody's gonna pay you well to, you know, cook a dish for them, you know, you want to plate it nicely, right? Make sure it's nicely presented. You know, presentation is everything, they say. So I compare this to plating a dish for the client. You know, making sure the dish looks really nice and beautiful. But the way that their skin feels, how smooth and soft it is, the way their coat feels, so light and fluffy and clean, the way they're gonna smell nice for weeks to come, not just one or 2 days. He's gonna smell good for weeks because I got all that old fuzzy dead hair out that was causing the odor. So he's gonna smell good for weeks. He's gonna look good, he's gonna feel good, his skin is smooth. This is what I compare to taking a bite of the dish. You know, yeah, plating the dish nicely is nice, is good. You know, it's kind of our responsibility as a professional to make sure the dish is plated nicely so that it looks nice and presentable for the customer, for the paying customer. But if it doesn't taste good, when they bite into it and it tastes like it was, you know, in a freezer for years, you know, or it tastes like it's been sitting in a pantry for so long, you know, like the ingredients don't taste fresh, you know, like just it doesn't make you want, your fork doesn't want to go back to the plate, you know. That's what I feel like this is what I'm doing right now. You know, doing one last little carting, getting this stuff out one last time, you know, because I want the dish to taste good, not just look good. I want it to taste good so that when they run their fingers through his coat, when they snuggle up to him, you know, and hold him close at night, I want them to be like, oh, my hand just keeps going back there, you know, just like a really good dish, like my fork just keeps going back to the plate, you know. That's how I want to do it, and that's what I'm trying to do with each dog that I groom. And I'm always only competing with myself. I'm always trying to beat my last groom, to try to do a better job than I did last time. Because as long as I'm better than the groomer I was yesterday, hey, I'm doing good, right? I'm making progress. And that's it for me. It's like, you know, I believe that's the only groomer I only ever need to compete with is the groomer I was yesterday. Am I better than that guy? You know? And it's like, I don't know, because he's so freaking good, you know? Like, he's always good. He's always getting better. Like, so that's why I have to try so hard, you know, because to keep, I'm gonna stop. Let me just stop right there. That joke was not going anywhere good. Okay. There we go. Oh, man, look at that. Now his tail feels so silky. Look at that. Because there was still that left. So now he looks and feels like a brand new dog. Look at that. Oh, man. Oh, I gotta fix that. Okay, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. And that's why it does help to step back and take a look at the dog, because you do start to see, okay, I gotta fix that. Because I went so short on the other side, I thought I went short enough on this side, but Not short enough. Okay. All right. Now it looks more even. There we go. I like to refer to these as my erasers because they can kind of erase lines and erase mistakes. There we go. All right. That, I think, did it. Oh my goodness, Teddy. Teddy Smile Bringer, everyone. Oh my goodness, bringing down the house, baby. Look at you. You look like you're ready for a job interview, buddy. Look at you looking all spiffy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alrighty. So guys, I'm gonna let him down and then I'll come back for answering questions. It looks like there's some people commenting. Maybe nobody actually asked any questions. Maybe it's just comments like, hey June, you're the best, you know, that was amazing. You know, I can't believe people like you actually exist, you know. I can't believe you're a real person. Like, wow, June, you're amazing. Maybe it's just all comments like that, you know, no actual real questions about grooming. But I'll check as soon as I get back. You know, I'm curious now either way, you know, what people are saying. But it's probably that. Oh my God, June, I'm so inspired and amazed by your intellect and wisdom and your humility. Wow. You know, so I'm guessing that's kind of what I'm gonna be reading in just a moment here. Okay. Got his tail. Oh my goodness, Teddy. One more time. Just want to get. See, I told his mom the same thing. Like, if I'm a perfectionist about anything, it's not the haircut. It's about how clean and healthy his skin is. I'm a perfectionist about that, and I gotta stop. I'm gonna stop myself right now because I told myself I would. So there you go. There is Teddy. Let me let him down. Let me put his collar back on. Wally. Teddy, there we go. Awesome. If you guys want to know his phone number, no, I was kidding. Wouldn't that be crazy? Okay. Oh my goodness, Teddy. Oh, let me film him leaving. He looks so good. Holy cow, buddy. Yeah. Oh, did I really do that? Holy cow, I did that. That was me. Oh my goodness, look at that. Wow, look what I can do. Holy cow. All right. Now, let's take a moment. Holy cow, let's take a moment to just appreciate the freaking miracle that just happened, right? The magic that you just witnessed. Can we just take a moment and appreciate that? How about we do that for a second? Anyways. Okay. Holy cow, Terry K. Oh, Terry, stop giving me money. Oh my God. We're up to like what, 175 bucks now already that you've, holy cow. Okay, Terry says, morning from California. Would you recommend clip-on combs on miniature poodles? I have quite a few, but haven't used them. I use a number 4 blade. Number 4 blade body is good. I mean, that leaves enough coat, but yeah, try a 2 comb. It's actually a number 4 and a number 2. I get about this, especially if you go reverse like I did with Teddy, you'll get really close with the two guard. Okay, what causes dandruff? Dry skin? Yeah, and if you think about it, even us on a day-to-day basis, we get pimples. Our pores get clogged up, and we get blackheads, whiteheads, right? And we have compared to them, we have very little going on in our skin, in our pores. They have sebaceous glands in there. They got follicles that produce multiple hairs. They grow bundles of hairs. And there's just so much going on inside there that just on a normal day-to-day, their pores are gonna get clogged just like us. But also, dry skin will do it. Dry skin is an invitation for all kinds of skin issues. Even us, when our skin gets too dry, we get itchy. You itch it, then it gets infected, right? Cynthia, hi June, can you do that clip-on head with the Lhasa whose hair is parted on top? Yes, exactly. And if you do that on a Lhasa, right, and you get it this short, because it is pretty short, and you go reverse like that, the part will actually go away because it's going to be nice and short, and you can create a new hairline if you like. Oh yeah, I read that one. Terry says I'm going to look Teddy up. I have 3 therapy poodles. Nice. Actually, the cut you were concerned about actually was better photographically, so it wasn't an accident. It was meant to. Oh, nice, nice, awesome, because it's nice and short right there. Okay, perfect. This fur baby is so calm, awesome. Nina says, if you were total perfection all of the time, no one could afford you. It makes the rest of us feel better knowing that you're human. Nice. To help pay for your clipper blade dry. Oh my goodness, Terry. Oh my God, thank you so much. Terry, have a blessed day, June. You too. Thank you so much. Michi Mick says, I've seen other cuts the hair between the pads of their feet. I don't see you doing this unless I miss them. I don't like to cut the in between the pads of the feet. I like to leave the hair there unless it's brown and nasty. Then I shave it because obviously it needs to get clean and healed. But especially because they're active dogs. They're, like I said, they're running around outside. They're getting wet. They're getting dirty. So I feel like that hair is there for protection, to protect their sensitive skin, you know? So I leave that hair there unless it's brown and nasty, then I shave it out. Or unless I'm doing poodle feet. Tennessee Granny, what's up, Sue? Love the little round table, top table. I thought I was reading it wrong. Sue, you know I struggle with a little bit of dyslexia. Holy cow, don't do that. Love the little round table, top table. Don't do that. Where did you get it? This is theirs. This is not mine. Tennessee Granny, I was thinking the same thing. You were thinking round table, top table? Anyways, sweet little dog, awesome. Teddy, you're a sweetheart. He really is. Thank you guys. Mother Mary, thank you. Alrighty, Michime, so glad to see you on here. It's been a while since you're on here. You're a pleasure to watch. Thank you guys. I gotta groom his younger brother now, so I'm gonna stay quiet. I'm gonna stay off social media and everything. I'm gonna groom in silence and peace, like I like to do. But this one, a lot of people have been asking me how to do those Viva ears, and I asked her if it was okay if I showed people how to do that. She said yes, so awesome. And Teddy is such a good model. His little brother is actually cuter. He's adorable, smaller. But anyways, I'm gonna keep them all to myself. See you guys.